Welcome to the 365 Performance Show with your host, Scott Dillon.
What's up, everybody? Today's topic is this. You won't die if you don't get old. So, in 2008, I got my blood tested. One of the other things I got tested was my sex hormones, so like testosterone, estrogen, progesterone. I got it done because the people I was hanging around back then in 2008, I was out partying every weekend, being a loose cannon, and the one thing I had going for me was that my body kind of looked good. Yet the people around me weren't the most supportive, and all they used to say to me was, yeah, you look like that because you're on steroids. It wasn't that I was on steroids, it was the fact of the matter that instead of sitting on my ass from Monday to Friday, I was at the gym exercising, unlike them, but it made them feel better about the way they looked by putting me down. Anyway, so I got sick of them saying it to me one day, and I thought, stuff you guys, I'm going to get a blood test, I'm going to show you that I'm not on gear, and I basically got my blood tested, and then my results came back. So, regular testosterone range for a man is between 11 to 32. And my testosterone at 23 years of age, spring chicken, was 8. Why was it 8? Well, it was 8 because every single weekend I was getting completely wasted on the weekend. My body was not necessarily coping the best with me poisoning it every single weekend. And one of the first things that I let go of was my sex hormones because it was too busy focusing on clearing all the shit that I put into it every single week. Why do I tell you this? Well, last week I got my results back from a new blood test, and I decided to get my sex hormones tested again. And you will be pleased to know that now my testosterone is around 25 or 26. I forget exactly what it was. So, 10 years later, sex hormones have pretty much quadrupled. Why am I telling you this? Because my health has improved tenfold over the past 10 years because of the way that I live my life. If you look at the bloods that I did when I was 23, I was like a broken old man. But now you'd look at my bloods and you'd think that I was a young guy, younger than I actually am age-wise right now. And I see this all the time. People will come to me with a story that they're old. They're old and they can't do this or they can't do that. And the fact of the matter is that age is just a number. And I know we've heard that time and time again, but age is more than just a number. If you look at all the other markers for health that determine life expectancy and longevity, there's a lot more going on than the date of birth on your license. And I want you to have a think right now, age-wise, where are you at? The way that you eat every single day, where are you at? Are you living or are you dying? How you move your body every single day. Are you living or are you dying? How you recover. How you look after yourself. Are you sleeping much or are you sleeping not enough? Are you living or are you dying? When it comes to handling your stress, do you have methods and things in place to help deal with that? Or are you just trying to put up with it, suppress it all, and are you dying? Instead of trying to find ways to let go of it and deal with it so you can live better. And when you think about with your relationships as well, are you living? Are you creating experiences? Are you having fun? Or are you playing a victim and you're saying, poor you, poor you, poor you, and you're dying on the inside? That's one thing I did in 2008. I looked around, what's not working? One of the things obviously was that I was getting shit-faced every single weekend. So I began to push those people away that were in my life that didn't serve me. And then I realized and recognized the fact that, just because I went to the gym every single week and lifted weights, it didn't necessarily make me fit. I found that out the poor way when I was at the top of a mountain and nearly died. But I began to look around my life, where could I start to just get more bang for my buck? Where could I possibly experience things in the gym that not only do they make me look pretty, but they actually make me fit and more capable. That's when I began to start to do the training that we do these days. But when it comes to my food and the things that I put in my body, I don't have to necessarily be perfect, but maybe just instead of eating protein all the time, I could maybe eat some more salad with fiber. Likewise, maybe instead of getting shit-faced every single weekend, maybe I could possibly still go out a little bit, but not completely write myself off. They were small little steps, but by doing that and just making small, simple progress over time, it began to create the space for me to live my life the way I do today. Literally, I'm like 32 now, and compared to 10 years ago, I'm younger. My bloods show the proof and the facts. The fact that I'm no longer in pain with my body show the proof and the facts. What I can do now in the gym, what I have the capacity to do and compete in, shows the proof and the facts. Likewise, the relationships I have with people, how I'm no longer as stressed as I used to be, show the proofs and the facts. So what I want you to think about today is, where in your life right now are you telling yourself a story that you're too old? You could be listening to this and you could be 20, you could be listening to this and you're 40 or 60, it does not matter. But where in your life are you limiting your ability to experience things because of a story? Because right now, you might consider yourself old based off of a number, but what could you do to begin to be a bit younger? Maybe it's simply prioritizing getting your knee treated if you've got a bit of pain in your knee. Maybe it's to stop drinking so much so you're no longer as tired and unmotivated every single day. Maybe it's something small, like you always feel like you're stiff, and maybe you just need to drink more water, hydrated. But there'd be something there right now where, if you look at it from a third person, the actions you're choosing are leading you to not be living but dying. So have a think and get on it today. Thank you for listening. If you haven't already, please head over to the365show.com where you can gain instant access to our 4-part video series. If you like what we're doing, please leave us a review and also make sure you're subscribed so you get kept in the loop. And finally, if you know anyone else that could benefit from this show, please share it with them.